So, folks, we're hearing that teens are now faking kidnappings, sparking alarm, wasting resources, and causing unnecessary panic. What's behind the trend? We hear from Detective Sergeant Grace Frazer-Lawrence, sub-officer in the National Strategic Anti-Gang Division. Good morning to you, ma'am. Welcome to Smile Jamaica. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well, thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, welcome. What is a fake kidnapping, please?
Well, a fake kidnapping is persons basically, can I use about the word, faking that they have been kidnapped, going away to various places unauthorized, because the family did not, or the parents did not give them any type of permission to go. So for them wanting to come back, they're trying to avoid probably punishment or anything. So they will actually call their parent or ask somebody to call their parents or call their guardian for them and say they're kidnapped, when indeed they're not.
How prevalent is this?
This has been happening for quite some time. There was a spike in 2023. It reduced a bit in 2024. We know in 2025 we have seen just a small amount, but it has been going on for some time.
How you know this? How you know it's not real?
Because, of course, when there is actually a reported crime, because, of course, the parent get the call now, right? That, okay, mommy, them kidnapped me and all of those things. So, of course, they're going to report the matter. So once it comes to our decks, we're going to launch an investigation. Upon launching the investigation, of course, that is when we realize that, okay, this is really not true. We'd still go ahead with the investigation, yes, but afterwards, sometimes they even, concoct a story. And upon showing them what we have, the evidence that we have, sometimes they recant their stories.
I'm still trying to figure out how you work it out, though, because if my daughter calls and says, boy, daddy, them kidnapped me, and I call you and say, them kidnapped my daughter, and you go and, you find her and you bring her home, how you know it I mean, I hear the answer already, but...
Yes, because the investigations, because, of course, when we launch an investigation as kidnapping, we have a lot of resources that we use. So the technology, everything shows us, and really, and we have the proof. And then most of the times when we present it to them, they actually
only
break
young
down.
Girls, or only young girls doing this?
Mainly young girls. We do have adults that do it as well, but it's mainly young girls. We don't really see boys doing it, to be honest, but it's mainly young girls.
Is there a trend that you're noticing in terms of the background of these fakers? So is it whether rural, urban, various spaces along the socioeconomic spectrum? Are there any kinds of trends? Is it a particular age, mainly, age range? I mean, well, you said teens, but
right.
Are there any kind of trends that you could say, you take a look at it and you're like, this person may be I shouldn't say predisposed, but you're noticing that it's more popular within a certain bracket and less so in others?
Well, the bracket that we have actually looked on and we've realized there's a trend is between a certain age, like about 13, 14, 15, thereabout. So even 12. Yes, we have had situations with 12 years old as well, 13, yes. But in terms of the socioeconomic, we really don't see any trend there.
So it's like a rich family, poor family kind of thing?
Yes, it doesn't matter, yeah.
Because I'm just thinking, I really don't want to make light of it, but if you're talking about demanding a ransom, for example, then if your parents really not have it, what is there in terms of a ransom? You understand?
Right. You see, I don't really, all right, in the past, yes, they would demand the ransom and say, okay, a mommy or daddy or whoever, grandma, they kidnapped me and they want 100 grand or whatever. Afterwards, right now what we're seeing is they will actually say there's a ransom demand, but they really don't want it. So there's no negotiation going on for the ransom to be paid. It's just the hoax of saying, okay, I am kidnapped.
Because that would deepen the crime now, wouldn't it?
Yes, definitely.
But I know there's a charge called public mischief, I think.
Yes.
Can they be charged, whether public mischief or not, for kind of setting up the police when nothing goes up?
Indeed, they can, because remember, with creating public mischief, we're actually using a lot of resources. So we're diverting the resources that can be used for crimes that are actually real. And these crimes are now being diverted to be used on a hoax. a crime that is not.
But can you charge these
Yes,
young
we can.
young
Yes,
teens?
we can charge them. We will actually liaise with the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution.
Have you charged young?
Yes, indeed. We have charged persons for creating public mischief before.
Well, now it points, I'm thinking here that it points to a deeper problem, right? That this child or children are running away from something. There's something happening at home that is not quite kosher.
Right.
What are some of the next steps? Because obviously there is the charge. There may be a fine. I don't know what the court time. I'm not quite sure how the whole process goes. But are there other courses of action that are taken? Intervention in the family, counseling for the children, etc.
Well, if we realize that there's actually some type of problem, we actually recommend them to counseling, and we actually ask for the parents. If we see the child diversion and the actual, I'm not remembering the name now, but we actually indeed refer them to counseling, right? If we realize that there's something wrong, and we actually interview the parents in depth to see what is happening at home.
Yeah. What about the person who is supposedly doing this kidnapping? So, them says me kidnapped my girlfriend when I didn't do it. But I am kind of part of the whole thing because I didn't know, so she did call her mother and father and stuff. Can that person get in trouble also?
Yes, they're conspiring.
Yeah.
So they can indeed get in trouble as
And if they ask for a ransom, is it conspiracy to defraud?
No, it's not actually.
Oh, okay.
But hold on a little bit,
Conspiracy.
because, and I hear you, and I'm not saying you're right, you're not right, but it's not necessarily me that tell her I must call your mother. I ask her to come see me and just whatever reason to spend the night with me, and then she have to call her mother, but it's not me tell her. So why am I in trouble?
Why did you agree to meet the call? You're conspiring with her.
Okay.
How do we tackle this problem? Through what? Public education? Through some like school curriculum?
Yes, we need to get the information out there. I remember coming here, I think 2 years back, and we actually let the public know that it is indeed a problem. So that's what we have to do. We have to create public awareness to let them know that this is definitely an issue. And because they're actually causing an issue with their family, because you can imagine the emotional distress with the family. So even I've had situations where persons call their grandmas and they have to be rushed to the hospital. So we have to make persons aware that it's indeed wrong and you can be punished for it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for being here with us.
And thank you for your service.
Yes.
And please be safe.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Bless you too.
That was Detective Sergeant Grace Frazer-Lawrence, sub-officer in the National Strategic Anti-Gang Division. After the break, powerlifter Anna K. Brown joins us.